In 1966, the Pritchard family moved into a quiet house in Pontefract, England, hoping for a normal life. The neighborhood was peaceful, the house looked ordinary, and nothing about it seemed unusual. For the first few weeks, everything felt fine, but slowly the family began noticing strange things happening late at night. It started with faint knocking sounds coming from inside the walls. At first they ignored it, assuming the house was simply old, but the noises became louder every night. Heavy footsteps echoed upstairs when nobody was there. Doors slowly opened by themselves. Lights flickered constantly. Sometimes the family would hear movement in empty rooms, followed by complete silence the moment they checked. One night around 2 a.m., Diane, the daughter of the family, woke up after hearing slow, dragging footsteps outside her bedroom door. She thought it was her father walking through the hallway, but when she opened the door, the hallway was completely empty. The footsteps stopped instantly. A cold feeling spread through the house, and Diane later said she felt like something was standing nearby watching her from the darkness. Over the next several weeks, the activity became more violent. Loud banging shook the walls almost every night, always in groups of 3 knocks. Furniture moved on its own. Family members claimed their beds vibrated while they tried to sleep, and some nights they heard deep breathing coming from corners of the room even though nobody was there. Neighbors eventually began hearing the noises too, and some refused to enter the house after dark. Then one evening, Diane saw something standing at the top of the staircase. It was a tall figure, wearing what looked like a black monk's robe, with a hood covering most of its face. The figure stood completely still in the shadows, without making a sound. Diane froze in fear before screaming for her parents, but by the time they reached the staircase, the figure had vanished. After that sighting, the family claimed the entity became openly hostile. Guests visiting the house experienced sudden cold spots, objects flying across rooms, and loud, unexplained knocking directly behind them. One visitor reportedly ran out of the house after hearing a deep voice whisper, "Leave," directly into his ear while standing alone in the hallway. But the most terrifying event happened late one night after the family woke up to violent crashing sounds upstairs. They rushed into Diane's bedroom and claimed they saw her body being dragged across the bed by an invisible force while she screamed in terror. Claw marks allegedly appeared on her neck and shoulders as the family desperately tried pulling her back. Then suddenly, everything stopped. Standing silently near the bedroom doorway was the same dark hooded figure watching them from the shadows. Nobody moved. Nobody spoke. The figure simply stood there motionless before disappearing into the darkness. Paranormal investigators later visited the house after news of the haunting spread across England. During one night of reported activity, a photograph taken near the staircase allegedly captured the dark hooded figure standing inside the home. The image became one of Britain's most famous paranormal photographs and turned the case into a worldwide mystery. Skeptics believed the family invented the story, while others became convinced the house was genuinely haunted. Even after the Pritchard family eventually moved away, they claimed the strange experiences continued for years. Some later visitors to the property reported hearing footsteps inside empty rooms and feeling sudden freezing temperatures near the staircase. To this day, the Black Monk of Pontefract remains one of the most disturbing alleged haunting cases ever recorded, and many paranormal investigators still consider it one of the most terrifying hauntings in modern history.